Okay, chapter 10 is about finding area and perimeter. So the area of the rectangle is length times width. The area of a parallelogram is base times height. So to find the base and the height, the height is look for the 90-degree angle. So this would be the base and this would be the height because it's 90 with that. If I use the base on this side, if this is the base, then 90 would be right here. This would be the height. So you're looking for where you have a 90-degree angle. And so either side could be the base. And then the area of a triangle is half the base times height. So again, you're looking for a 90-degree angle. So if this is my triangle, any one of these could be the bases. But then you just got to see where the 90 is. So these two right here, this would be my height if this was my base. If this is my base right here, this segment would be my height, even if it's not attached to the triangle. And if I use this as a base, the height of the triangle would be way over here. It's kind of like the altitude. So remember altitude. So make sure when you're showing your work that you do formula, substitute, and answer in units. Units are always squared for area. So first example, find the area of the parallelogram. So I'm looking for the 90. I'm going to use this is my height and this is my base. So it's 7 area equals base times height. Area equals 7 times 10. Area equals 70 units squared. So if you had to figure out what h was, then you know the area is 70. So it would be 70 equals base times height. And you know that 8 is the base. And then you can solve for height. So anyway, if there's not any units, write units squared. Just good practice. And then B is a parallelogram again. So I'm going to use, this is my base. So this is 8 units because we're going from -4 to 4. And then my height is going to be the vertical line that connects the two. So if my coordinates are going from -3 or -4 to 3, this is 7 units. So write the formula, area equals base times height. Area equals 7 times 8. Area equals 56 units squared. So I could have used this is my base, and then I'd have to get a perpendicular right here, and that's just more complicated, so I try to stick with up and down or side to side. And then find the area of a parallelogram. Area equals base times height. Area equals 10 times 4. Area equals 40 centimeters squared. Because it's area, always square the units. Okay, find the area of each shaded region. So there's a couple different ways that you can do this. Immediately, I just think of taking the area of this big triangle and subtracting the area of the white, but really, I have enough information to find the area of this gray triangle. The base is 4. The segment that's perpendicular to the base, the height is 8. So I do area equals 1/2, because a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Area is 1/2, 4 times 8. Area is 16 units squared. There's no unit, so I put unit squared. Okay, then the area of this shaded region, I'm going to do the area of this blue region first, and then I'm going to add it to the area of the red. So it's area of blue plus area of red. So the area of blue is area equals 1/2 base times height. It's a triangle. So area is 1/2 times 6 times 14, because this is the base, this is the height. So area equals 42 units squared. Then I'm going to do the red. The red is a triangle, so area equals 1/2 base times height equals 1/2 11 times 40 or 14. So that's 77 units squared. So in the end, you're going to add this area and this area. So 42 plus 77, 119. So area is 119 units squared for the second one. Okay, so the third one, this triangle, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You could take the area of this big figure and subtract the area of the white. But we have enough information. For this gray, we know that this distance right here, if all the way across is 13 and this is 9, this has to be 4. And the height is 6. So area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 1/2 4 times 6. Area equals 12 units squared. And then down here, word problem, the front of a garage is a square 15 feet on each side. I'm going to draw that. With a triangular roof above the square. The height of the triangle roof is 10.6 feet. So this distance right here is 10.6 feet. To the nearest 100, how much force is exerted by an 80-mile-an-hour wind blowing directly against the front of the garage? Use the formula F equals 0.004 AV squared, where A is the area of the surface in square feet. So we had to find the area of this thing. So this is an area of a triangle plus, so area of triangle plus area of square. So the area of the triangle is 1/2 times 15 times 10.6. The area of the square is 15 times 15. So I'm going to calculate that. And I get 304.5, and my units are feet squared. So we have the information that we need to plug this in here. So force equals 0.004 times A, which is the area of the surface, which is times 304.5, times velocity in miles per hour squared. So it's times 80 squared. So you calculate this, and we're going to round to the nearest 100. So I don't have my calculator with me. So when you do that, just round the nearest 100. So that would mean that if your answer was this, then the nearest 100 would be 300. So you should have 2 zeros at the end of your answer. And an isosceles trapezoid. So let's draw an isosceles trapezoid. So these two are the same, and these are parallel. It has bases of 10 meters and 20 meters. And the height is 8. Okay, so in this case, what I'm thinking about is I'm thinking about 2 red triangles, and I'm going to add it up with the blue rectangle. So the blue rectangle is 10 times 8, so that's 80 meters squared. And then I need to figure out this distance right here. So if this is 10 and all the way across is 20, and these two are equal triangles, this has to be 5. So this is 5, this is 5. So the area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height. So it's 1/2 5 times 8, so that's 20. But there's 2 of them. So it's going to be 80 plus 20 plus 20, which is 100 meters squared.